Yo, let me switch the beat up for y'all real quick, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Let's turn it down a little bit. Think that's about right for me. What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another one, man. If you're coming in, make sure to like, share, subscribe to the content. Hit the double tap wherever you watching from. We got a good one today, man. We got a lot to talk about. This show is titled The Queen's Gambit. You feel me? It's the oldest chess move in the book. And we're gonna talk about how these new moves at the deadline, we're gonna really break this down. A lot of people, they're gonna, surface level and all that. We're gonna break it down from a standpoint because, this is a move for the trenches, you feel me? This is a move for improving this front all together. Welcome everybody coming in. It's been a week, man. Let me start by first. I'm gonna start with this first, man. We already did it yesterday. Let me start by saying, once again, let me hit the music real quick. Rest in peace to Marshawn Kneeland. We did a show yesterday. Me, Big Time, Amped, and Boss, Big Time, the pastor. Saying some words. We were just giving. It was just it was a time to be human yesterday. Really to not just reflect, but man, the guy was a human at the end of the day. And just talk about mental health and just be that beacon for everyone. I feel like we touched a lot of people yesterday, and a lot of people touched us. As far as and all that. It's a very sad story, and I just want to give my condolences to the Kneeland family, his girlfriend, and everything like that. I really, words can't even explain. And it's very ugly how I didn't like how some people in our community, reacted. Some reporters, the way they worded, how they was trying to, sully his name and question him and everything like that. Mental health is nothing to play about. I always tune people out the moment they be like, well, why would I? I would never get to that point. I'm like, I'm telling you, you don't wish mental health on your worst enemy. And that's what I mean by that. So, like, I want people to just practice some type of empathy for the family and for him in that moment. And everyone else who's, like, taking this moment to, like, one up and try to be better and everything like that. I just want to take the time, what I'm saying, to to give my condolences to him. Make sure to tune in to that DC Universe we did last night. I feel like that's just a good one to watch, if to get some encouragement and just see, for us to, really humanize ourselves, in this. Is a very, very, very low point for Cowboy Nation, for the NFL, and just men in general, what I'm saying? So we lost one. Rest in peace, rest in power, Marshawn Kneeland. Prayers to his family, man. Prayers to his family indeed. All right. But I did not want that. Let me switch scene. Let me fix it. I really hate what happened yesterday, because it, some really good things happened this week, man. As I put in the video, that, listen, yeah, what I'm saying, I got Jerry down there. I'm gonna give the front office some credit, dog. I'll be the first to get on him. I already did it in my little video earlier. I'll be getting on front office, boy. I'm quick to get on front office, but finally they actually lived up and stopped pushing propagandas and stopped pushing propping lies and cashed in on the Micah picks. I'm very happy. As y'all know, I was on Team Aggressive. This is not no, tribalism. This was just me being what's right, looking at the entire picture of the Cowboys and just looking at those picks and saying, man, those picks are the enemy. Keeping those picks here is not going to do anything for our team right now. Our quarterback is playing out of his mind right now, and he's coming up on 33, 34 years old. I know we are a draft and develop franchise. I know everybody when it's around this point want to turn into a damn NFL GM, a damn accountant, and want to count picks and values and shit like that. Dog, it's football at the end of the day. It's also hilarious, by the way. Let me look at y'all real quick, because that shit was hilarious. Y'all, the amount of people who became GMs and stuff on national media, it's actually funny. I laugh at their face. I laugh at their face for that. Everybody, it was a bad trade. You give a man. Shut up. Respectfully, shut up. this move was needed for this team. This move was a move that can help us right now and in the future. This was all about team building. This is all about improving what we have. Sitting on them damn picks, like, bro, everybody be making me sick, bro. Everybody want to think this is my NFL GM. Like, at some point, because I'm gonna start pushing this, bro. I'm tired of us being like, we could be a draft and develop franchise, but we can't solve every goddamn fucking problem with a motherfucking draft pick. That's just me, bro. You can't solve every problem with a draft pick, especially if the player right now is better than what you can have. We're not gonna find a Quinnen Williams in that draft, bro, and that's just the nature of the position and the players that's coming out. Defensive tackle is one of the longest development positions to man. A lot of people in this football space do not understand defensive tackle position. Here's a good indication. If somebody mentions sacks and defensive tackle in the same aspect of judging a defense, tune them out. Tune them out, bro. So look, bro, this was a hellified move. You keep the 2 picks of this year. You just gave them 1 first-round pick. It's the conditional of whatever one is better between yours and the Green Bays, and you gave them a 2nd. Other than that, like, I'm not trying to hear everybody, oh, them picks, man, F them picks. I'm still like that, bro. We got a great player. A transcendent player, and we finna break down why. Let's not beat around the bush to why. Look, this defense was bad, and I done multiple breakdowns of this, and I came down to one phrase: it's starving of playmakers. You missed Micah Parsons. This is a channel for savants, man. I don't do that. That barbershop talk, dog. We don't do that barbershop talk over here. We are a football channel of savants. We tell it how it is. Micah was a multiplier on this defense. He was the ultimate chess piece, and we're gonna stick with that because y'all know, chess is very important to me. Football is chess, bro. Like, football is a battle, and chess is the ultimate, strategy game. Like, it's an ultimate battle strategy game. What Micah did and how he dictated everything, I hate it. People be like, oh, the numbers and the sacks, how he was overrated, dog. If they mention that, I'm sorry. Like, you just proved to me that one, I know everybody didn't play this game, but 2, what also pissed me off, you talking about this game and you didn't put the work in to study this. You don't have to play this game to talk this game, bro. Look at the coaches. I mean, a lot of coaches suck at playing. Look at them. But they put the work in, but you didn't put the work in, and you up here spewing narratives. And there's a lot of people that get on here and claim that Micah's overrated and everything like that. No, you miss Micah. You miss Micah. What, as a former offensive lineman, what Micah did, he changed your way of thinking. He got a lot of people paid. Osa Digizua, Deron Bland, a lot of people paid. Chauncey Golston, a lot of people paid because of the effect that man had. You feel me? So we gonna talk about from that aspect of it, because like I said in this video, we called this the Queen's Gambit, and we're gonna break it down from a schematical standpoint on why is that. You feel me? Let's see. Like I said again, like, this game of football is very similar to chess, man. Like, what I'm showing to you is actually what Queen Gambit is. If the whole point of Queen's Gambit is the oldest move in chess, like it's centuries old. The whole point of it is a aggressive strategy to make your opponent have to make an early and decisive, very important choice, like within the first 3 moves of the game. Because you're trying to establish control of the middle of the board. And just like that, what the Cowboys are doing with this defense and how they're shoring up this interior, controlling the middle of the field is ultra important. You know what I'm saying? and it's going to be very, very important with this. So like, you know, I got some clips in here that's actually I would, you know what I'm saying, you know, that I would advise y'all on Netflix to actually look at that show called The Queen's Gambit. She was cold, man. Like, you know, she was playing this grandmaster and everything like that for money. She was getting paid. She getting paid millions of dollars, you know, to play the game. But we gonna break it down today. Let's break down, for one, because they talked about it, this 5 down front. Let's break this down, man. So as we know, like, when you come to this channel, you're gonna learn here. We're gonna break it down. We're not just gonna look at it from the superficial point of view and, oh, it's a 5 down front. Oh, this means, you know, what the coach is telling me. No, let's break this down from a standpoint of what it. First of all, we got a lot planned in the show, man. I got this, and I got a whole film session breaking down why. I'm gonna break down what exactly was Micah's impact. I got a couple of plays of that showing you the transcendent impact that he had. Then I'm gonna go down to showing you the main problem we had this year. So I actually got a couple of plays from this season showing why we went to the 5 down front right there. It's actually called a 4-3 under. I'm gonna break that down. The why that is called like that. And then I'm gonna talk about why we went to the 5 down front, and we actually went to the 5 down front as a last resort because we was just getting our ass whooped. And then, you know what I'm saying? So, but in the midst of trying to do that, we actually, you know what I'm saying, found something that actually worked. And if you've been watching me the way I've been breaking down film, I actually think, you know, when you go to a 5 down front, that's the ultimate like sign on, you know what I'm saying, that you just can't stop the run. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna show you what game it happened. If y'all been watching me every week, we've been breaking down the film. We didn't break it down this week with the Cardinals because, you know, trade deadline, but we've been breaking down the film every week. And if y'all remember, we remember when that 5 down front first came into play, man. So listen, it's called the 4-3 under. 4-3 under means this. When you hear 4-3, it's 4 down defensive lineman and 3. Yes, I know but Lou, it's 5 down. 4 down defensive lineman and 3 linebackers. There's still 3 linebackers on the field. Under means this. When you hear under, that means a 1 tech is towards the strength of the offense. So if the tight end is on the defense's right, best believe the 1 tech will be over there with the tight end. We're just matching it, and then we're gonna have, they call it close left. I think this is a call for the defense, which means they're lining the Mike linebacker to the strength of the offense as well. So it's gonna be over there filling in that gap where the A gap, you know, the 1 tech is leaving. On the 4-3 under front with 5 down, we're kind of shifting everyone over just a bit. We're getting more tighter, and we're bringing the Sam linebacker, or the strong side linebacker, who's already lined up to the strength of the defense anyway because of the closed left call. He's going to be on a line of scrimmage basically as a linebacker or an edge setter to automatically set the edge right here. The whole point of this, and you saw that, shout out to Boss, he actually had the interviews of these defensive linemen of why they love the 4 down front, and they helped it because the main reason for this is that it breaks up all initial double teams for offensive linemen. It breaks it all up. So Lou, how is that? I'm gonna show you in the film breakdown. When we go 4 down, as you know, when you go duo, like it's the double teams are clear. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna double team the 1 up to whoever, the Mike or the Will. We're gonna double team the 3 up to the Mike or the Will. You know what I'm saying? Double teams to happen. Also, it helps in the pass pro, which you know here. Most people think it's just a double team every play. No, what happens is there's this thing called a half man slide, which means it happens when we're in a 2 to 5 step drop, which is your medium to deep concept plays, which, you know, is more time. How the offensive line blocks it up, they come to the line and they'll split half the line, center in whatever way. They may say 51 for like we're sliding left, or 52 for we're sliding right, and they'll say that to indicate which way the slide is, because that will be the slide side, whichever way the center goes to will be the zone side of the protection, and the other side will be the man slide of the protection, which means they'll be manned up. So, but when you're in the zone slide, there'll be a natural double team or a natural, you know what I'm saying, like more than one people, you know, sometimes more than one guy on the nose or on the defensive end, because they're in a zone. They're protecting a zone. So when people come in a zone, you're not responsible for a man. You're responsible for what? A zone. Rather than on the backside, when you're in a man slide, you're responsible for that man, and you have to, and it's actually more complicated than that, because you got to be on the same plane with your tackle when you're kicking. Yeah, you're responsible for the man, but obviously we're not the only ones that know about this protection. The defense does too, and they'll send stunts in games. So it's important for you to be on the same plane, so you can be able to be ready to pass off the stunt, so you can pass off your man. But in a 5-man front, a 5-down front, it puts the offense in a panic, or offensive line in a panic call, or whether it be a quarterback in a panic call, because now we can't just do our normal protection. We have to respect everybody on the line of scrimmage. And we're going to talk about this for the run game as well. We have to take care of the first level first. So all double teams are off. We need to secure level 1 before we even move up to level 2. Matter of fact, if we can't get to level 2, damn that. We got to take care of level 1, because level 1 in the run game guarantees us 2 yards, which is a win. And level 1 in the passing game, that's the initial rush, and it should give enough time for the quarterback to you know, see where he's hot from. So when I used to play, we used to call this a bear front, because, you know, the Bears, they revolutionized the 5-2 defense back in the day. And all bear indicates is this: no matter how many, you know, ways you see it, if the center is covered and the 2 guards are covered, it's bear. We immediately called it bear. Because now we can't do our normal double teams in the run game because the guards are covered. We can't do our normal slides in the passing game because the center and guards are covered. What the fuck you sliding for? We need to be manned up. And that's what the 5-man front does. It puts you immediately in that panic call. Like, we're immediately like, oh, we big on big. We got to be manned up. But there's more nuances to this. We may be manned up. Sometimes we may be manned up as guards and tackles, but the center got to communicate with the running back. If it's a 60 protection, we got to add it. Looks in here. The running back may say, hey, I'm reading, you know, Mike on out. So if the guy comes to the right, somebody coming to the left, because we know in defense, everybody's responsible for what? A gap. You know what I'm saying? So there's the whole point of this is to get the defense thinking immediately, which means when they're thinking, they're not executing. You feel me? And if they're not executing, we putting pressure on them. But also, the whole reason why we went to a 5-man front, that's the whole thing I was saying with this whole defense this entire time, is that teams didn't fucking respect you. So when people was talking about, oh, we don't miss Micah, damn that, they didn't respect you. They were playing you straight up. Bro, teams didn't respect us so bad. They just put a tight end sometimes on your DN, and hey, they will say, look, we're good. We don't need to. If we ain't got to dedicate more than what we have, you're not putting pressure on the offensive coordinator. We weren't putting enough pressure on offensive coordinators. The reason why we was getting torched by everyone, no matter what quarterback it is, quarterbacks was too comfortable. They were comfortable when they played us, man, and it all started up front. So they switched to this 5-man look to show that, hey, let's make them uncomfortable a bit. Let's get them, because the way to the quarterback is what? You know what I'm saying? The interior out. The fastest way to the quarterback is A gap. Second fastest, B gaps. Third fastest, C gap. Let's ruin their protections a little bit. So sometimes in the 5-man front, you don't bring 5. You know what I'm saying? 5 is technically considered a blitz. Anything more than 4 is considered a blitz. So the whole point of the 5-man front from a run aspect is to protect really your linebackers. Because, like, now it should be big on big. And you honestly, I would tell all my linebackers to trigger early, because they're gonna be trying to worry about still trying to do a double team when they really can't double team. Like, we have more than what they can block. Everybody should be man on man, and we should be able to stop them early on. So, and then for pass protection or pass rush, the 5-man front is just, you know, to cause confusion to the offensive line. Shout out to everybody in here. Shout out Henny in the building, man. I got through seeing y'all show, man. Let me see. Shout out to everybody. Let me see. You got anybody on Instagram? Just make sure I ain't mention everybody. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this is gonna be crucial. Now we're going to, let's make sure I don't have nothing else. We're gonna talk about what Quinnen Williams add to this defense, because now let's get into the nitty gritty of this. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna beat around the bush. This is why this move was huge, because he may not be the queen chess piece like Micah, but he allows us to be the queen, perform a queen's gambit, which you should have saw it in the, in the thing that I had. You know what I'm saying? The queen's gambit is this right here. I'm trying to pause it when it come up right here. I'm gonna show you what is a queen's gambit right here. Hold on. Boom. Look, this is the queen's gambit. This is it. This is the opening right here. It's white has put 2 pawns in the middle, and now black has to make a choice. Actually, you can choose to take this pawn, but if you do that, we can advance the pawn, and now we have full control of the board, because we have, you know what I'm saying, and your pawn is lost. Or you can choose to ignore it, and we can take your pawn and establish control. The best way to actually defend this is actually just fortify the pawn, get somebody behind the pawn and just deny the trap they're trying to set you. This is what we're trying to do to our to opposing teams that we facing us. You feel me? We're trying to set this trap in the middle, and that's what that Quinnen Williams helped us do by doing this. Quinnen Williams brings that Micah Parsons effect that we've been missing of occupying 2. You know what I'm saying? With him on a 5-man front, I got some film of him. They actually did it, the 5-man front, back when Aaron Whitecotton was there last year. I got some film of that from last year. We're gonna go over there today. Y'all watch it on TikTok. Y'all need to come on, you know what I'm saying, on YouTube. We breaking down film of that, because him, boy, he a fool. Because Quinnen Williams, and this is why I laughed at people who immediately go, oh, the value and everything like that, saying that it was a bad trade. Y'all just don't understand what we've been missing, and how he very much so transformed how everybody plays us. And I'm gonna break it down from a schematical standpoint of that. You have to worry about Quinnen Williams wherever he lines up, whether it's gonna be in the 0, the 1, the 3, wherever he lines up. He plays with a narrow stance. I'm gonna show you on this film. He plays with a narrow stance because his greatest strengths is his quickness and his length. I would actually hate, if I was a guard in NFL, to block Quinnen Williams, because he gets up on you fast, and he's strong. And somebody like him, you need to get to him before he gets to you. You feel me? So he plays with a narrow base, and he beats his opponents not with quickness to get by, but quickness with the power, and he can root really fast. He also has that grip strength where he can shake you off really nasty, you know what I'm saying, like that. So what Quinnen Williams adds to this defense, especially in this 5-down front that they're gonna plan on doing, it's gonna be nasty, because especially if I think it's going to be the Queen's Gambit approach with that. They got see if we're doing 5 down, these are the 2 things I talked about. Remember, and what I showed you. I'm gonna show you. The reason for this is this. Let me explain this why. If we go 5 down with Quinnen Williams, the 2 things they must choose on our defense when they play us is, 1, to leave him one-on-one with the center of guard and let his ass whoop them the whole time, or will they commit more and allow everyone else to be one-on-one? Because as we know, we have guys on here that are good, but the problem is they've been getting doubled. Boss literally did an amazing show last night showing on in their interviews, like Perion Winfrey, and especially Osa has literally admitted that he is seeing a record number of double teams, his personal record of number of double teams, and I can tell you by the film, he ain't winning like he used to in double teams. He's actually winning half the rate. Like I think last year he was winning double teams at 15%. Now he's only winning at 8%, which is huge, especially when you're the only guy we have to depend on, Osa. You know what I'm saying? So we really we really, hey, this effect of having Q is going to open it up for other people like that. You feel me? So yeah, like we gonna why am I beating around the bush? We're gonna get to this film because we're gonna talk about Logan Wilson too. We got Logan Wilson film in there as well. But let me immediately get to the film. All right, just making sure y'all can see it. All right. So in the film breakdown, what we gonna do? We gonna relay it back to. Well, I told you this whole thing's about chess and the Queen's Gambit and everything like that. If you're watching, make sure to like, share, subscribe to the content. Hit the cash app because YouTube be tripping. I ain't got that many goddamn plays. YouTube, don't play with me today, bro. Damn, they be trying to kill us. Film breakdown people. It's okay. We gonna get them. We on our way to some getting sponsored in a little bit. We're gonna talk about first of all, because like I said, we make a channel for savants here. We're gonna talk about Micah Parsons and the effect he had. We're gonna talk about the effect he had and how he missed it. Now here he is right here. Let me show you. First of all, I thought Zimmer was a madman last year. What he was doing was insane. He got Micah over here in this wide ass 9 outside of damn Luke McCaffrey and everything like that. But he moved him around, and the reason why Quinnen don't have the same effect and why we was missing this, like I told y'all, as an offensive lineman, we're worried about where he is at all times. Like we are petrified on where Micah Parsons is, man, because he's just a nuclear type player. Like what I'm saying? Like a player like that, you don't just ignore that, him being over here. So of course we need to set the double teams or set the zone side if we can over here. But how Zimmer was so smart, sometimes he'll use Micah as the decoy, or sometimes he'll use him as the whole thing. He showed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He showed 6 on the line. I think it's 7 out here. 6 or 7 guys. This is putting, and this is a third down situation. You can tell because they're empty. They're empty. You know what I'm saying? This is putting a lot of stress on this rookie quarterback, Jaden Daniels, who sees Micah all the way over here with a tackle. I don't think this guy's starting for them no more. But showing 6 guys, there's gonna be some people he can't block. He drops Kendricks back off. But mind you, look at 76. Look where his eyes at. He was worried about Kendricks. It's too late now. It's already too late. We still got, a little bit younger Donovan Wilson. We know he good at blitzing, but dog, he doing a stunt with Micah Parsons over here. This is that man. Zimmer was a madman when he was doing. Look at this. The effect we had right here, the confusion we created. 76 does not get back to his responsibility and coming back to get Donovan Wilson. He gets chased off. He gets chased off right here. He gets chased off. Next play. Very next play. Then this is how he unlocked Overshown. Overshown was a dangerous rusher, especially from the A gap. And how he did it, look, he got them lined up to the same side, bro. If I'm the offensive line, bro, I am sliding this way. I am sliding this way. We're putting the slide somewhere this way, and they're gonna chip with him. Look, we're committing 1, 2, 3, 5 linemen and 2 extra guys in the route. That's the whole thing. Also, with these chess pieces, bro, you got to commit more to them. And the more people you commit into the pass protection, the less people you got going down. You got to worry about covering. And plus, you got Micah. You got, what I'm saying. So let me show you. Why I keep doing that, mouse? Here he goes again. Look at that. John Michael Stevens. He was shaking in his boots because he thought he had to block Overshown. But Micah coming over here on a what? Look, he just confused, man. Get this man some milk, bro. Hold on. Let me move my phone just a bit. Overshown drops in coverage. But look, they over here worried about doubling Osa. Look, they confused. Confusion. Sack. You feel me? Here he is again. Micah on the end. He always, I'm telling you, bro, even fools need to take a page out of Zimmer's books. I miss Zimmer. Zimmer was a genius. a genius. He was a mad scientist with his pressure, bro. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys on the line with Lil foul, and he had Overshawn. This is a lot. This is a lot of pressure that you putting on initially. This is a lot going through the mind, and you got Drew Lock in here. He got the running back up. You know, we do this now. There's like this personal protective position, like thinking like one of them is gonna be a double A gap blitz, but this double A gap mug literally killed folks. But guess what? They also have to worry about Micah. He was using Micah as a giant decoy, but Micah himself is like, man, like, you know what I'm saying? Like this look right here, because they were worried about the double A gap. Look, he splits up. This splits up the zone slide. Because they had the running back there. They thought they was going to be blocking either one of them. Zimmer dropped both Overshawn and Kendricks. But guess what? We still got to worry about who? Micah, and Micah's one-on-one with Evan Neal? It's too late. It's too late. Here he is again. Versus the you know what I'm saying? Hey, the Bengals. He loved this double A gap mug. This right here, he was just using it as a chess piece, man. He's just using it as a chess piece, man. Just causing commotion, causing chaos, worrying about all that. People just leaking off. And it was a fumble right there. You know what I'm saying? So we were missing that. We were missing that from a schematical standpoint, but we're just missing somebody who commanded that much attention. You feel me? Now, let's get into how the 4-3 and the 5-man front came from. If y'all been watching me, y'all know what game it came in. Yeah, it was the Carolina game. We been breaking down the film every week. It was the damn Carolina game. I said it. Make sure to like, subscribe to the video, man. If y'all watching everywhere, let me see, just make sure with people see. Okay. All right, yeah. It was the Carolina game. We were getting uprooted like an MF. Clark, we had Kenny Clark and Osa. People, so this is why, you know what I'm saying? People were getting on the linebackers for sure in this game, but I kind of laugh at them because, dog, look what was happening up front. Getting uprooted. Oh, they getting uprooted. Oh my God. Construction, please. Construction, please. Beep, beep. Get up out the way. They are getting uprooted up out of there, and they're getting pushed into place. And you got rookie linebackers and new mics out there. Yeah, I'm going to get on them for not being lined up correctly. But, dog, you did not help it any better with these defensive tackles, you know what I'm saying, in here. You know what I'm saying? Your Kenny Clark and Osa, they have to be better. And then it didn't get any much better in the game with Toia when the rookie got in here and we had Osa in here. You feel me? Osa flies out of the gap, but guess what? I mean, just because he went out the C gap, this B gap, now they can get up to who? Murray. So the double team technically worked. And they were just running on us. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? This is the very first instance of the 5-man front. Here it is right here. It was in this moment. That's when Eberflus he made the change. Man, he made the change right here. Maris is on the line. Sam is on the like in this inside 3. They got Jay at the 0. They got Clark at this other side of the 3, and they got Ezaraku as this end. That's when we first seen this 5-man front. And to be honest, it still didn't work. It still didn't work. Remember, it still did not work. This is the first instance of it. I don't think we practiced it enough, but I mean, I can tell you one, you know what I'm saying, your 0, he has to be better right here in Toia, but I can't expect much from him because he's a rookie, but he gets reached. He gets reached. And if you look at the play, yeah, you know, Maris has to be better on the edge, but the cutback lane, Jay has to be there. Jay has to be there. And we were missing from you had no pursuit backside from your D tackles, or you didn't set the edge. That's what I was saying. Even in the game, the reason why I was still even more mad at what happened in the game is because we moved to the 5-man front and we still couldn't stop the run. So, and this is not the only instance of it. Here we are again. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got, here he is, Jay Toia is at the 0. We got Solomon Thomas at the 3. Sam Williams at the like this 4 I. And then you got Ezra Rocco at this wide 9. And you got Clowney. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5. And I feel like Reddy damn near on the line of scrimmage too for like 6. So you really like in a 6-1. Cause Reddy, he in this nickel corner, man. You can tell his eyes are in the backfield, man. He's in run support. And here's a rare time it actually works, cause like, bro, like this is what it does. The 5-man front. You just don't have enough to like. Football's a numbers game at the end of the day. If you don't have enough to block, you don't have enough to block. And you know, we could have got him down a little bit sooner right there, Clowney. You feel me? You gotta be better on that right there. But it actually worked finally right there on that zone run. Here it is again. We're in that 5-man front. In that 5 down front right here. Okay. This is like they're trying to run some type of gap action. I think they're trying to do power. They're pulling the guard. They still get yardage right here. It's still a win technically for them. But listen, they can't do the initial double team to the Murray. Murray is now running free. That was the perks of it. Like we were losing so much in the middle. Look, this triangle right here. That is not a triangle. That's a square. We were losing so much right here. We were trying to get Murray free some type of way, cause like we were getting uprooted to that. And you know, here the puller is right there, but Murray, you know, he can meet him sooner. I want him to be more aggressive right there, but I mean, it looked a lot better than what it was. Here we are again. This is when we had Kenny Clark in, and we had Osa, rest in peace, Marshawn Nealon is in, and we had Ezra Rocco, and we had Clowney. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Here we are. Like it's forcing. Look at it. Look at this. Like now, Kenny Clark has a one-on-one matchup. We're seeing a little bit better. Like he's getting in the way of this pulling guard for the power, and they still get yardage right here. We just got to be better on this pursuit. So this is the part. Like this is why we weren't good enough even when we went to this 5 down front, because we just, you know what I'm saying? Like we just got to fight off these blocks right here. I think, you know, right there, Clowney got reach. I think that's his gap because he got reach right there. But this is what we were missing from our defense. We just didn't have guys like we were getting blocked by tight ends. We have to be better right there. Now, here we go. Here's where it all changes, and this is where Quinnen Williams film breakdown comes into play. And I call him. This is where the Queen's Gambit got in. I got a lot of stuff in here on how Quinnen Williams himself. Just picture him in our front in the 4 down and in the 5 down right here. We got it all right here. All right. All right. Look how, they were playing a different scheme than us, to be honest. They were playing more stack and shed technique. We were more fire in the gap. And of course, that's what Quinnen Williams want to do. He want to do the fire in the gap. But look at him stacking shed right here. They got a duo happening right here. I'm going to circle it. I ain't going to circle it. I'm going to show you. They got a duo right here. This is like it's Broderick Jones and 73. And they going up to a linebacker. They're in a 4 down front. And the key block is actually, because they're running this way, is getting Quinnen Williams up out of there. And if you ask the Cowboys, you can do it, man. Because I seen Terrence Steele do it. Hold on, we got a shout out to JA who just subscribed, man. Welcome, man. Welcome to the community. All right, look it up. Look right here. So this is a different technique. I told you he likes to play with that. Look at that narrow stance. Look at this narrow. Let me show you this narrow stance that Quinnen Williams like to do. Very narrow. You see how 97 is more like a tarantula, you know what I'm saying, more stretched out. He's trying to be already in the base. Quinnen loves to play in this narrow stance because he's trying to get up on you quick because he's strong enough to that. You know what I'm saying? He understands, like he's not an average defensive tackle. So he's going to stack. He's going to take on this double team because I keep trying to tell people the way I know how to, defeat a double team because I know how to do the duo block. The duo, we trying to get shoulder to shoulder and uproot you. How you defeat a double team or a duo block is you isolate them. You make them isolated because the whole point of the duo block working is that we got both of our forces as offensive linemen going and run one direction. But if you can make some of our forces going in a different direction by getting one guy right here leaned up and another guy trying to push you on the side, you're not going to move. And look at this technique he does right here. You see that? Because and they have, solid linebacker play over there with the Jets. Look how he attacked 77 immediately. First off, the get off is he meets 77 before he got his second step in the ground before 77 even get his first step out of the ground. Schottenheimer talked about this on, why he liked Quinnen Williams, because he can get that first, which is a fire off, and then that second step in the ground, which means he's already rooted. Look at that. He's rooted before the guard right here in 73 can even get his first step in the ground. They already lost the rep. They're trying to launch out of their stance and get off. He's already in the root step. That's why I say, like, his athleticism is his greatest trait right here. All right. Ooh, let me go back to the mouse. And then look, 77 never had him. Go back. 73 didn't he didn't secure the first level. Thought he can just bump him over. 77 never has him because he's just strong with that vice grip strength. Sheds off, makes the tackle. Very athletic tackle right there. You know what I'm saying? Dance on a little bit. You feel me? Here it is again. Another, I believe this is another double team. This is a great run blocking team. This is a great zone blocking team of the Bills. Y'all know the Bills can zone block their ass off. You feel me? Here they are again. They're running some outside zone, but it's not how zone works for offensive linemen. Right here, I'm gonna back it up. We're trying to overtake and we're trying to cut off. Because the whole point of outside zone, as y'all know, zone in general, we're trying to give the running back multiple lanes to run to. Like he can bounce it, he can bang it, or he can cut it back. That's the whole point of outside zone. But the whole point of us, we need to get our hat play side and cut him off. So right here, 63, 64, and 79, they are going to be working outside zone principles up to 58 to cut them both off, because they got to get ready, because James Cook may bang it back in for a cutback in there. But in order to do that, you got to defeat, yes, even backside Quinnen Williams. But look at Quinnen Williams right here. Even on his own block, how he takes his own. Stout, continue to run the feet. They have to come off. And he's still stout right there, playing with the leaning into the lineman, because they didn't get much leverage off there. Only a couple of yards, and then he's already retracting, which this is the next step, which people don't understand with the nose tackle position. People think this position is easy. Quinnen Williams has enough awareness to do all this, have eyes on the running back, and retrace his steps and close it off to make the tackle. Right there. That's a solid tackle right there. Here he is again. Ray running outside zone. It's not really outside zone, but they can't really get it off. Because Quinnen knows, bro. Like, I'm telling you, the way he plays, he knows his greatest superpower is his quickness, man. He can get on these guards quickly. Look at him. Guard trying to get up. He's already in there. See, he already knows what they're trying to do, man. Isolate them. That's how you take on a double team block. Look at this block. They can't move him now unless they choose to get nasty and move him that way. But you can do that with every other normal D tackle. This guy right here, he knows I got 64. 64 is mine. 79, you are irrelevant. You are not on my play because you already on my shoulder. My get off have already beaten you to it. You know what I'm saying? Look at that. Bag 64 up. 64 definitely gets a minus on this rep, because he affected everything of James Cook. He pushed 64 back into the play. Pushed him back into the play, and he's pursuing. Big fella moving too. He moving too. Dance on him. Here's again versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Again, they were trying to look. See, I think this is his brother too. This is dope. This is dope right here. This is his brother. And they're working this combo block with each other. So, they on the same page right here. He already understands it. See, Quincy understands what's going on right here, man. Quincy Williams and Quinnen Williams. They trying to do a duo right there. But look at Quinnen already shooting. Does not shoot in between the linemen. Shoot for one. Of course, 79, he can't, look, I'm telling you, he gets that second step in the ground quick, boy. He gets that second step in the ground quick. Look, bop, bop. He's already there, engaged on the guard. 79 cannot help now. Now 79 gotta leave off to go up to Quincy. But that's what we want. He's isolated, and Quincy now can take on the block You can see the linebacker taking on the block close to the line of scrimmage. But look, bro, y'all already lost this rep because this guard ain't had control of this block from nothing. Let me back it up for y'all for a little bit. Let me start it over for y'all for a little bit. You feel me? I missed it. Hold on, I'm checking on TikTok. Look at that. Fires off. Extension. Sees him. You know what I'm saying? Disengages. Finishes a play. Finishes a play. That's what we need right there. That's what we've been needing all these years in Dallas, man. We've been needing this, man. Here he is again. Double team. What are they going to do? They're not even moving him. That quickness, I'm telling you, people think it's a shrimp. It's his quickness. He get up on you. Look at this. Once again, look at him in his narrow stance. You see this? He damn near like a frog right here, bro. He in this very narrow ass stance, bro. He in his narrow stance. Look at him. So he can get that first and second step in the ground. Get on guards quickly. Get on tackles quickly. Get on them quick. So that before they can quick. Look at that. You can see him get off quick. Look at him. Look at the tackle. The tackle, you can tell the tackle ain't got a second step in the ground yet. Look at him. Bah, already got his chin check. And what he already knows how to defeat the double team. Attack one. Don't worry about them both. Isolate them. That's how you stop the double team of offensive linemen. You attack one. And make them on different planes. Once you do that, they are already lost the right. And like look at this. Oh, this is a beautiful play right here. Look at him. Throw his ass like a rag doll. Look at that, man. Hold on, one more time. Bop. That tackle got rocked right there, man. One more time, man, because that's a highlight play right there. How he stand him up like that and shed him. Whole play, 9-5 right there. Here he is again. It's showing his violent hands. Showing the violent hands. Getting a narrow stance. Look at them. I'm telling, bro. But just pay attention real quickly. Can I go slow on this? I can't. Let me see. Look at him. Let me show you. I'm trying to show you that first step. Pay attention to his feet. You see it? It was left foot, then right. One more time. We're gonna pay attention to his feet. In his narrow stance, he's trying to get immediately into his anchor step. First step is get off. Second is anchor. Bop. Already. The guard is still trying to get off, engaging. Once again with the violent hands. He likes to fire off square into your chest. Look at the feet. That boy got feet better than some skilled players on his team. I'm not even gonna cap to you. With this narrow stance. Bop. In the narrow stance. Shed him off. That boy scared the running back. The running back just tipped over. He said, I ain't want to get hit by him. He saw 9-5, you know what I'm saying, get off. You feel me? He saw him get off. And here's again. This is, okay, now we're going back to 2024. This is when White Cotton was there. This is very, very important. Everybody need to be, if you're watching, make sure to like, share, subscribe to the content. Make sure to hit the Cash App. You feel me? Lou Takes, you know what I'm saying? Hey, money sign Lou Takes. You feel me? 2024 when White Cotton was there. Here's a direct apples to apples comparison of what he's going to be doing when it's fired down front. He is the nose right here. You see Jermaine Johnson is here. Will McDonald's on the end. And then 97. I forgot who 97 is. Is that Brockers? I think that's Michael Brockers. Will, you know what I'm saying? And they got somebody else. 1, 2, 3. That's the fifth guy right there. 56. I think that's his brother, Quinnen Williams, on the end. Versus a good team in the Niners. Early in the season, in the zero front, they're trying to run they're running counter action with it's a GT counter. They're pulling the guard and they're pulling the tight end. But I told y'all, if you don't take care of that middle, nothing happens. Right? He already in the chest of the center, causing a disruption. They couldn't get the down block off, so I mean they kind of get some more yards on the play right there. But look, they didn't get that much. Showing off his athleticism right here. Look at him how he tracks this screen right here. They bump over. He's now in the 3-tech. Look at him right here. Read and react. Okay. They're trying to set up a screen. Look at this. Look at this open field tackle right here. Bah. I thought that was really amazing. Just showing how he's a dancing bear in space. I thought he He was moving so swiftly in space right here. Let me show you again. Retrace the steps, open field tackle on a wide receiver. That's harder than what it seems, man, especially as a 300-pound defensive tackle. And then lastly, because I know this is what everybody wants, he provides interior pass rush, which we've been missing desperately for this team. Look at him just get into a bull rush immediately on the center, who does a bad job. This dude got a good get off, trying to get to your check, walking right back. Interior pressure is the most dangerous pressure of every quarterback, because what I tell you, the fastest way to the quarterback is the A gap. Second fastest is the B gap, because it's right now. Like, it's literally all about direction, and Drake May didn't know it coming. You feel me? Had some, you know, here's one more where he walks the guard right back. Bah! Walk him right back. Look at him. I'm telling you, bro, when he gets off in that stance and he get a punch on you, he's strong enough. Look at it. That's Kenyon Green too. That's the former first rounder that they traded away this year from the Texans. Walking him straight back to Stroud. Walking him right back to Stroud. Bah! Walking him right back. All right. Now, you saw let's do this thing for TikTok. Make sure I'm still here for TikTok. All right, you saw up front on how it can change. You know, I showed you. I did a good job of showing you the front, the 5 down front, and what we've been missing. Comparing what we've been missing from Micah, comparing what we've been missing right now, and how the double teams has been killing us. And I showed you how Quinnen Williams immediately adds to this effect. Now, you see what Quinnen Williams gonna be doing up front. This is who's gonna be behind him. This is our new linebacker. I call him the connector, because he's meant to come in and stabilize the linebacker position that we have. Will he be, you know, is he a giant upgrade? I wouldn't say that, but I will say you this: like, he's going to bring a quick trigger and somebody who sees it well. Okay, I just want you to show you when, which is rare for the Cincinnati Bengals when he had great DT play. When they actually leave him free, watch him right here. Gets around. Right here, they come inside. 2 on him. He has a fast trigger. He sees it. He's reading the keys. Schottenheimer talked about this. It's reading the triangle. The triangle is this. What the linebacker is reading is the guards. Then they're reading the running back. And then, of course, they're reading the backfield. The guards are going, you know, the linemen and their footwork going to take you to the play every time. You feel me? They're going to take you to the play every time. So right here, he immediately sees they're trying to duo. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's run blocking action. He sees the fullback trying to come out here and lead. So guess what? He doesn't go. See, like, our linebackers, I'm going to be honest with you, what they would do, they'll fly out of here and make this C gap or B gap bigger than what it was. He stays tight right here, gets on the corner, finishes the play, and makes the tackle right here. That's what happens when he had great play. But the thing that I think Schottenheimer loved about him is how he saw it early. He saw it early. Like, he saw it and he triggered early. Here's again. He's flowing hard. Like, he's not waiting. He's immediately, and I love his first step is forward. You know what I'm saying? Forward. Reading, seeing that your D tackles are still taking off. Don't commit just yet. Boom, be right there. You know what I'm saying? And he's gonna stick his nose in there. He's not afraid to stick his nose in there as a you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Here's again. Bah. Next play, Logan Wilson. 55 right here versus a good running team. Here he's again. He's seeing like this lane that they're trying to do, but you know, we're fine through the gaps as a defensive lineman. This lane is opening up for us. How will you fire it? Being very patient with it, coming up the trigger. Being patient again to come up the trigger. Wow, being ready to, you know what I'm saying, not flying out of there, but just holding your gap integrity. That's what I think we've lacked on this defense. He's in coverage. This is where I've seen like where he's not Sanborn, because like I said, as we can saw, remember when we played the Packers, right? They ran this play, got the ball out to Josh Jacobs, right? Remember when Sanborn was one-on-one with Josh Jacobs? What happened? He breaks down, gets a tackle. I mean, I'm just saying. I remember when I saw Sanborn. Sanborn wasn't doing that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to, you feel me? All right, here he is again. I love how he's patient right here. He's reading very quickly. He didn't move. Why did he move, Lou? Because he saw that it's duo. He saw that the linemen are coming forward towards him, which means the play must be coming where? Forward towards him. Letting it play out. A-gap is looking like it. He sees 66, sees him. What is he going to do? Take on a block, nice shed, and come and make the tackle. I mean, he could have, did a little better there. He still got a little extra yardage on that play right there. Could have been a little better. One more time for good measure. You know what I'm saying? Stout. He's more stout than what we were doing and taking on blocks. I will give you that. All right, and that's it.
Let's see that again. Okay, good.
All right, that was a long film session. Woo indeed. So you saw with the I think I did a good job of showing you what we were missing, what was a problem of us currently, what did we switch to, why did we switch to it, you know what I'm saying? And then I showed you how Quinnen Williams and what he adds and how you can picture that, how it's going to be better. And then I showed you behind him, with all of that going on in front with the front line, how we have somebody in Logan Wilson who I will say is an upgrade in terms of the mental department of seeing it. Sideline to sideline flow, but this defense will be much improved. I will tell y'all that it'll be very much so improved coming out the bye. I think Quinnen Williams gonna have an immediate impact coming in. We should see Perrion Winfrey. We see this entire D line should have a big uptick in their production, man, because they have somebody who's going to garner just gravity as a whole and then command double team. So I'm very interested to see, how this team do. I'm excited for this defense. We getting Overshown back, Savon Ravel. We got something to be excited about with this, with this defense, and hopefully we can put it all together with that. You know what I'm saying? But that is my show. That is the Queen's Gambit. That is the chess move that we have made. If you haven't already, make sure to like, share, subscribe to the content. We went over just a little bit of our. We did pretty good time, man. We did pretty good time. All right. As y'all know, I appreciate y'all for being here. Here's a look at the video that will be coming out. It's still in production phase, but I'm gonna give y'all a look at what it will look. I think I cooked up. Got a video coming out. It's gonna, recapping this of how it's gonna be more conclusive, documentary style, very high quality. As y'all can tell by the thumbnail, I'm going crazy, but I'm showing you how we have finally did it. The front office have finally made moves to forget and stop being reminded of Micah Parsons, and how we got a brand new defense and how we're going to be completely rejuvenated. When that comes out, make sure y'all show love, share the content like that. Like I said, it's still in production phase. I appreciate y'all, and I'm gonna have a offensive version coming out. It's be on the lookout for that like that. Like I said before, as I started, rest in peace, Marshawn Nealon. Cowboy Nation, hold your head up. Don't give in yet. I know people are counting us out for us playoffs. Listen, until we're mathematically eliminated, we ain't out of it. There's been teams before with our record. There's teams on the AFC who actively believe still gonna make the playoffs, even though they got the same record as us. So I'm telling you right now, all the Cowboys need to do is just handle their business. Go in. They gotta be damn near perfect. But I can't. Hey, if you saying it's impossible, I'll just turn you to 2018 when we got Amari Cooper. You feel me? I'll turn you to that. It can happen. This defense gotta be the catalyst of that. It ain't gotta be going from we are a 32 ranked defense. It ain't gotta go up to top 10 in order to do this. You can be. I want them to aim for bottom 20, like 21, 22. If we can get that offense back up to being top 1, top 2, and having a top 22 defense, that's a good recipe for a run. But It's gonna take execution. It's gonna take grit. It's gonna take a conducive football team that we finally playing complementary football. Thank y'all, everyone. Make sure to like, share, subscribe to the content, everyone. I love you all. Peace.